How you doing, everyone? Happy New Year. I am back with the 2023 metal tag. I've done this this will be my third year, I think. This is kind of a different version of what used to be or what is the vinyl tag. I kind of felt a few years ago that the vinyl tag itself was getting a bit too specific on different genres, and there wasn't really any room for rock and metal. So what I did is I came up with 20 questions myself and put out my own 20 questions aimed specifically at the metalheads. So that's what I've been doing. This is what this is now. It's always a bit of fun, even if you're starting out your channel. It's a good way to introduce yourself, whether you just want to have a deep delve into your collection. It's a good way to do that. And just kind of the way I've set out these questions this year is I've taken kind of wee themes from throughout the year. Not every question, but some of the questions are kind of themed from this year. So that's what it is. It's 20 questions. Obviously make a video response if you want. If you don't want to make a video response, you can always just put it in the comments if you're not a video maker, or let this be your chance to make a video. So I'm just going to get straight to these questions. I'm not going to answer the questions now. I always do a separate answer video, but these are just the questions, just to get the questions out there so people can kind of have a look through them, and they don't have to be interrupted by my answers. So here we go. This is it. 20 questions. The first question is a false start album. So an album you struggled with at first, but then grew to like. That can be from this year or any year, that doesn't matter. I mean, these aren't, unless I've stated the year, you can really take it for what it is. You can kind of have a bit of fun with these questions as well. Number 2 is an album with a war theme or war-themed lyrics in the songs. Number 3, most influential metal musician to you of the last 10 years. So obviously we've got all our favourites from back in the day, but who in the last 10 years, maybe an up-and-coming band or an up-and-coming musician, is really kind of influential to where you kind of take your musical tastes now. Number 4, a band on your to-see list, so a band you've not seen yet. Number 5, an album that energises you. So this is kind of, there's been a lot of talk of energy crisis over the last year. So what album do you put on that energises you? Number 6 is the big freeze. Now we all know about the US getting absolutely smashed with ice and snow. So show a snow or ice album cover, or it could be a themed song or a lyric. Number 7, a song title with royal ties. So obviously the Queen died this year. Your thoughts on that don't have to be apparent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be political. But it's a song with, a royal theme in it. King, Queen, all that kind of stuff. Number 8, a predominantly green album cover. So everyone's talking about green energy. This is obviously a massive thing with people now. Just show a green album cover. Number 9, an album released in 2021 that you bought but have not listened to this year. Now you can that's a bit specific, so you can take that for what it is. But yeah, you could take it as an album you bought last year or 2021 that you've gone off or you've not listened to this year. Number 10 is your best find of 2022, whether that's new or old. What has really added to your collection this year? Number 11, a new band or album discovery of 2022. Number 12, an album sold to you by a song. So obviously bands are now, they're not really releasing singles, but they're releasing singles on YouTube. They're releasing lyric videos or something like that. So whether it's a band you knew or a band that was completely new to you, you name an album that you're kind of sold off the first song. Number 13, most anticipated album of 2023. Now, I know some of these are going to be a bit recycled from the last time or the last tag, but they're still good questions to ask because they're the most relevant, really, out of all these questions. So that was the most anticipated album of 2023, or your most. Number 14, the 23rd album on your shelf. So it's 2023. If you count in 23 albums, what is that album? Just as a bit of fun. Number 15, last album that has gone into your collection. So you might have got it for Christmas, or probably did get it for Christmas, or maybe it's just come in from Amazon or whatever. What was the last album you've just got in? Number 16, a random pull from your collection. Easy. Shut your eyes, run your finger, pull one out, show it. You don't have to talk about it, you can just show it. Number 17, a band or artist you discovered through social media. So that might be obviously through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. It might have been somebody talking about it. It might have been the band themselves promoting themselves. But what band have you discovered through the realm of social media? Number 18, where do you see your collection progressing in the next 5 years? And what I mean by this is there's a lot of things changing within like the kind of collector's world because of I think this is the first year that vinyl is now taken over from CD in terms of sales, but also everything's rising, all the costs are rising. So I'm kind of wanting your opinion on how you think you're going to navigate your collection now. It might just completely be the same. If you've got like millions in the bank, then it doesn't really matter. But is that going to kind of change your kind of outlook on how your collection is going to progress? Number 19, a new release you didn't buy this year based on price alone. Pretty straightforward. And the last question is, number 20, a song that doesn't belong. So a song that really lets an album down. Pretty straightforward as well. So there we go. That's the questions. I hope you can have fun with it. If you can't answer every question bang on, just have a bit of fun with it. It's not really about the questions. It's really just about, having a dive into your collection, letting other people see what's in your collection as well. And obviously, if people that aren't like specifically into rock and metal want to do this because they have a rock and metal collection, then do it. I mean, it's not just for us, but that's how I kind of came up with the idea. But that's the questions. Hope you can have fun with it. Really look forward to seeing your replies. And I'll see you very soon for my top albums of 2022. Cheers, guys.